Hello friends, welcome to the online lecture series of our subject Secretarial Practice 12th Commerce. Myself Mrs. Amita Bhalera, Department of Commerce, Pimra Sarda College, Ahmednagar. Now again chapter remains the same, Introduction to Corporate Finance. So in last presentation we have discussed already what is the meaning, definition of corporate finance, what is the importance of corporate finance. Now in this presentation we have to discuss next important concept, capital requirements. Now what is the meaning of capital requirements? Now see, when a business entrepreneur conceives an idea about to start a business enterprise, in that case what is the first step to start a business? It is nothing but to judge the exact requirement of capital. What is the need of capital? So taking the decision about the exact requirement of capital, it is the first step in corporate finance. Now next step is to draft a financial plan accordingly. So after judging, after taking the decision about the exact requirement of capital, the next step is drafting a financial plan. So what is financial plan? It is nothing but the exact assessment of financial requirement of capital and arranging the sources accordingly. So financial plan covers present as well as future financial requirement. What is what is my present requirement of capital and what will be my future requirement of capital. So financial plan covers both present as well as future financial requirement. So capital requirement, the first step is to judge the exact requirement of capital and the next step is drafting a financial plan accordingly. Now what is the nature of capital requirement? So basically capital requirement, it is classified into two parts, fixed capital and working capital. Now in this presentation we have to discuss what is fixed capital requirement. Now look at this picture. You can see a beautiful plant. You can see a plant of a company. In this, land and building is there for manufacturing facility, and definitely this all setup requires huge amount of capital. Now within that plant, next important aspect for which huge amount of capital is required, it is nothing but plant and machinery. And why there is need of plant and machinery? Simply to process the material, to convert the raw material into finished goods. And this land and building, plant and machinery requires huge amount of capital. Now why and when there is requirement of fixed capital? So let us start the concept fixed capital. The amount invested in acquiring the fixed assets which remains in the business for a fairly long period of time. So what is fixed capital? The amount which is invested in acquiring fixed assets. कौन कौन से fixed asset हैं अभी हमने देखे हैं. Land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, these all are fixed assets. So the amount which is invested in purchasing these fixed asset is called as fixed capital. Now when there is requirement of fixed capital, it is required at the time of establishment of the firm. Initially definitely there is requirement of fixed capital क्योंकि बिजनेस है, बिजनेस के लिए लैंड चाहिए, बिल्डिंग चाहिए, मशीनरी चाहिए, फर्नीचर चाहिए. So the amount which is invested in this fixed asset which is called as fixed capital, and this capital is required at the time of establishment of the firm and also during its expansion. In future अगर आपको expand करना है आपका business, कुछ modernization चाहिए, definitely that time also there is requirement of fixed capital. So the examples are land and buildings, plant and machinery. These are fixed assets, and the amount which is invested in this fixed asset is called as fixed capital. Next important concept, factors affecting fixed capital requirements. So these points are important from the viewpoint of your exam. So the first factor which affects the fixed capital requirement, it is nature of the business. Whether your business is a trading firm or manufacturing firm. So generally trading firm requires less amount of fixed capital, and a huge manufacturing firm that requires huge amount of fixed capital. So the requirement of fixed capital depends upon the nature of the business. Next factor, what is the size of the business? Whether it is a small, medium, large or very large. If it is small, requirement of fixed capital is less. If it is very large manufacturing firm, that firm requires huge amount of fixed capital. Next important factor, scope of the business. What is the scope of the business? Whether it is centralized, domestic or global. Centralized means if the operations of the business is from the single unit. If the business are not having many branches, if it is having only one branch, and if it is having only one branch, if that business is centralized, in that case requirement of fixed capital is less. So if the business, next point is, if the business is domestic, means operations are within the borders of the country only, in that case requirement of fixed capital is less. If that business or if the operations of the business is at the global level, definitely that business requires huge amount of fixed capital. So the requirement of fixed capital depends upon the scope of the business. Next factor, extent of lease or installment or rent. So it is a common practice of businesses. Businesses acquire the fixed asset on lease, on rental basis. So instead of purchasing the fixed asset, if the business is acquiring the assets, that is fixed asset, on a rental basis, then definitely in this case requirement of fixed capital is less. Next factor which affects the requirement of fixed capital, acquiring assets at concessional rates under the various government or other schemes. See, nowadays government announces some promotional scheme to industries. Why they are offering such promotional schemes? Only with a view to give a boost for industrial growth. See, many industries, they are saturated in metropolitan cities. So as to have the operations of the industries in remote areas also, governments, they are offering such concessional schemes to that industries. And if that industries, they are acquiring assets at concessional rates, definitely requirement of fixed capital is less. Next factor, international conditions. So recent times, it is the best example to explain this point. Wars, lockdown, due to lockdown slowdown afterwards. सो वॉर लाइक सिचुएशन जो हमने पहले भी देखे हैं, कारगिल वॉर है, ईरान इराक वॉर जो हुआ था. सो दिस वॉर लाइक सिचुएशन डेफिनेटली इट अफेक्ट्स ऑन आवर ऑन इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन ऑफ आवर कंट्री. लॉकडाउन जो हम रिसेंट इशू चल रहा है, ड्यू टू लॉकडाउन स्लो डाउन इज ऑल्सो देयर. सो ऑल these factors, war like situation, lockdown, all these factors definitely it affects on the economic condition of our country, and definitely it also affects on the requirement of fixed capital of any business organization. So the next factor, trend in the economy. Oil, interest and exchange rates, demand or supply. See, the overall trend in the economy, demand or supply, interest rates, all these collectively create an economic environment. So if all these factors are available at a lower price, so naturally requirement of fixed capital is on the lower side. If all these factors are available at higher price, so naturally requirement of fixed capital will be on the higher side. So all these factors which affects the requirement of fixed capital, it is nothing but the trend in the economy. Now next factor which affects the requirement of fixed capital, it is population trends. So population, demand and requirement of fixed capital. So there is a direct relation between these factors. How? If there is increase in population, there will be increase in demand. And if there is increase in demand, for example, if there is increase in demand in automobile sector, garment sector, medicines, mobiles, so definitely or naturally the industries which are involved in manufacturing of these product, definitely that type of industries require more amount of fixed capital. So there is a direct relation between population and requirement of fixed capital. If population is increasing, demand will be increasing, and if demand is increasing, requirement of fixed capital will also increase. So the next factor, consumer preferences. So high in demand products like mobiles. See, if the demand is increasing, so nowadays कौन से products की डिमांड इंक्रीज़ हो रही है, मोबाइल फ़ोन की डिमांड इंक्रीज़ हो रही है, और मोबाइल नेटवर्क जो प्रोवाइडर्स है, कंपनीज़ है, उनकी भी डिमांड नेचुरली इंक्रीज़ हो रही है. सो इफ़ दीज प्रेफरेंसेस आर देयर, if these demands are there, definitely the companies which are involved in manufacturing of these products, in providing of these services, so naturally that industries require more amount of fixed capital. So the requirement of fixed capital, definitely it depends upon the consumer preference. कंज्यूमर का क्या डिमांड है, उनकी क्या लाइकिंग है, उसके ऊपर कंपनीज की जो कैपिटल है, that requirement of that capital depends upon the demand or depends upon the consumer preferences. And the last factor, which is competitive factors. See, if the business wants to adopt some new technology, अगर business में automation चाहिए, कुछ advanced technology चाहिए, क्यों? For facing the competition. In that case, business requires huge amount of fixed capital. Okay, so with this, now we have finished the concept what is fixed capital and the factors affecting the requirement of fixed capital. I hope you all understood this concept. Now with next presentation we will discuss the next concept, what is working capital. So with this, thank you guys.